So what I think has been interesting about this move, and Eric canvassed a whole bunch of coaches. This has got to be humbling. Eric, why don't you walk through that? Because there's not been one word that's come out of the coaching community other than over-the-top excitement, right?
Yeah, it was great. Right after Jason was hired, I reached out to close to 15 coaches, and all of them, in some way, shape, or form, paid the highest compliment to Jason and said that it was a home run hire for Brophy, and it was just a great decision for BCP moving forward.
So on that note, who are you most looking forward to facing? I know you're friends with a lot of these coaches throughout the state. Who do you want to go head-to-head with?
Gosh,
I'll put him on the spot.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's tough. No, I wanted...
What would be the most fun game?
Playing the best of the best. I want to play Chandler and Perry and compete with those guys. And I have great respect for what Sean did at Chandler, and Coach Garrettson keeping him, I thought was smart by Chandler. And Preston Jones is one of the best coaches in the state. So I'm looking forward to playing those, against those teams. It'll be great.
Okay, who do you not want to line up against? One of your guys, you're like, this guy's got my number. This guy knows what I'm all about. If you think we're going to come in here and just do tears and kiss you goodbye,
well, no one has his number. He hasn't coached a high school game yet.
I'm undefeated. I'm 2-0.
That's what we want.
That's what really sold Brophy.
Yeah, I'm the only.
I haven't lost a game yet.
Yeah,
I'm brilliant. No, but when you have a very difficult schedule in year one.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you could do it over again, would you say, guys, let's go through this schedule a little bit? Help me out here.
Especially week 0.
No, we play Liberty, to start off.
Here we go.
Talking to, actually, Mark Smith was one of the first phone calls I got when it was announced that I got the job. So, and he, again, nothing but fantastic. And when Eric and Jordan said that, I laid in bed after it was announced that I'm going to lead this team. I was just very, very humbled by the nice things that they all said, and they'll continue to be nice to me as long as if we lose games. If we win, they probably won't be my friends anymore.
Right. So. A year from now, come back and say, this guy didn't call me, this guy deleted my number.
If I don't get any scoops, that may change.
Yeah.
To that end, is he ready to do what you did?
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty good at it.
Well, you've had a lot of practice. What have it been, a decade?
It only took me 20 years to
There you go. 2 decades.
So, yeah, Jordan's great. He's going to be fantastic. It's you I'm worried about. You've been co-hosting the show.
Yeah, I know. I'm a stiff. I'm a stiff. I don't know where I'm going to go from here.
So what's been the biggest eye-opening experience so far on the job that you're like, whoa, I didn't see this coming, but now that I'm into it, I'm into it?
Well, being in the junior college level for so long, the only time I dealt with many parents was during the recruiting process, and I'd sit in living rooms and talk. There's been more, vocal parents at this point in time already, and everyone tells me to buckle up. So we'll see. I think I'm pretty good at handling it. I'm pretty calm, and I can have my wits about me. But and rightfully so, that the parents want to be involved with their kids. So I'm not going to be the guy that just shuts a parent up. You know what I mean? That's not right, but there's a time and a place for everything. So if I'm getting a text message at 11 o'clock on a Friday night on why Johnny didn't get into a game, I don't think that's appropriate because I do have a family as well, and I'm gonna have to figure out ways to balance that. And
I know one thing about you, Jason, you're gonna be honest, because that's one of your best traits, I think. You're gonna be honest with the players, you're gonna be honest with the parents, so don't change who you are.
No, I don't plan on it.
But there is gonna be that person that says, well, this kid is playing, my kid should be playing. That's not what you're about.
No, I'll talk to any parent about their kid. I'm not going to talk about another kid. So if they want to know why their son isn't playing, then what did he do in practice? What does he need to do to get better? What did he do? Did he show up late? Has he been being a jerk the last week? Whatever it may be. They have a right to why, but not about somebody else's kid.
Okay, I have to tell you, I'm a little concerned about, and this is serious, the over-the-top expectations of Jason Jewell coming to Brophy Prep and how Jason Jewell is going to get every kid recruited because he has such great recruiting pipelines. It is about winning football games, but developing young men at that school. And in any program, it should be that case, but at Brophy. Do you feel as though some of the early conversation around your hire is strictly he's going to get kids recruited? Forget about winning, losing, growing as men.
Yes, there's a lot of people that think, yeah, I've come in, I'm going to get guys scholarship offers. I've never been a guy that said, I got to get a scholarship offer. I will never take credit for that. It's the kids' film, it's their transcripts, their grades that get those kids scholarship offers. I've been helped facilitate getting them seen. Now, people have to have realistic expectations. So part of my job is going to be to sit down with these seniors that want to play college football, because not all of them do want to play college football. Sit down and find out who wants to play, then evaluate their film, and then be very upfront and honest with them and how I evaluate them as players. Then it's my job to get college coaches to come at the levels I think they can play at and get them recruited.
But you and I both know you're going to have that parent who is delusional, for lack of a better term, unrealistic expectations, because we get them, you've seen them. How are you going to handle that as a head coach? Different environment for you, Jace.
Right. I think if I'm open, if I have this plan, like if we go into before their senior year and we say, okay, I think you're a Division II or Division III football player, and they know that that's what I think, or you're on the bubble, you're maybe a Division II guy now, what do you need to do to continue to get better?
Right.
I think if I'm open up front with them early, then that's going to help ease some of that transition. There's always going to be disgruntled parents, or kids that just aren't quite realistic on the expectations, but I've done it a lot. I've helped a lot of kids move on, not just from Glendale. I've helped a lot of kids throughout the state.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of people respect what I'm saying, high school coaches, college coaches, to help get them there. So again, it's not my job to get a kid a scholarship offer, but I am going to do whatever I can to help these kids that do want to play, give them opportunities to move on and play college football at any level. Because I do think playing college football is very, very special. It looks great on a resume, moving forward, and it teaches so much for these kids. But playing football, college football at any level, junior college, Division I, is awesome.
There was something there. First time I saw you was at Desert Ridge High School. And you're in the end zone, and there's all these coaches coming over to you. And I'm like, who is that? And I go over and introduce myself to you, and we immediately had a kinship.
Right.
And to see you after these years now to graduate from this.
Now I'm the head coach at Brophy. What
I
the
know,
heck?
I know. It's
Well, that's the
frightening.
thing. Like, I remember when I met Jason, as I saw him, he's such a towering figure, not as towering as you, but in his own right, towering. And you'd see him on the sideline, and people would just gravitate towards him.
Yes.
And I remember I was in the opposite end zone, and all these parents and coaches and ex-players were coming up and talking to Jason, and I was like, okay, this guy's clearly legit, so.
We are so proud of you, in all seriousness.
Appreciate it.
And we are going to miss you. It's been a terrific run having you here and us being part of you. And anything else you guys want to add on this segment?
No.
I mean,
I don't know. Nothing else. I've said everything I need to say about Jason, so.
I just know you've been a great mentor and friend for me, especially jumping into the roundup and you dealing with my multiple takes and, always navigating a segment together and things like that. And I think what I'm going to miss the most are the Friday night phone calls after the football game of, hey, here's who I saw, here's the latest gossip I heard, or this crazy parent came up to me and talked to me about this. Like that's the stuff I'm going to miss the most, definitely.
Although I think you were better at, we had less takes than Cohen,
Oh, there you go.
That's not saying
We were one
I'm
shot.
lapping him.
We were one and done a lot of times.
And I just know this job isn't going to change Jason. Wins, losses, anything, he's still going to be the same great
Better be
person,
wins,
so.
though.
I know,
Yeah.
but we're hoping for the best.
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks for coming in. That's Jason Jewell. He is moving to Brophy, and that is this week's Recruiting Roundup.